So this video, we've got it titled Being Out of Control. This filly at this point in this video, I don't know, I've probably got 15 rides on her or something like that. And she's been telling me all this time she needs me to help her less. She needs to find her balance on her own. By this point, I've gone back in the round pen. I've already ridden her in the arena, in the cutting arena, and outside and everything. And she's been telling me all along she needs me to quit helping her so much. She needs me to let her find herself. Well, that's real easy to do on the ranch. You just kick loose across the country and go do a job. They get to figure it out. In an arena situation, that requires me to really expose myself and overexpose myself. And I don't like that. I'm scared of that. Scared of doing that. On the ranch, when I got work in front of me, I don't think about it. So I've brought her in here, I've brought her in the round pen, and what I'm doing throughout this ride is I'm just going to expose myself. I brought her in the round pen because it's safer for both of us. But I'm just turning her back and forth throughout this video and not helping her, but also not keeping myself in a real safe situation all the time. The way she turns, she's really unbalanced, and at this just a point in her career, she's just unathletic, and so when she turns, it feels nasty, and so I have this tendency from riding colts for so many years to safety up, so I have to come in here and just quit safetying up, just turn her and turn her and turn her, and that's what I'm doing in this video. Just turning her and kicking her out of it, turning her and kicking her out of it. And exposing myself and not being in control, not micromanaging the whole process, not micromanaging every step, so that she can figure out how to be under me. I know how to be over her. She needs to figure out how to be under me. And some of you watching this, you may not be able to see. You may think it doesn't look like he's overexposing himself that much, or at all. You can't see where he's putting himself in harm's way at all. And I guess my answer to that is I've ridden a lot more broncs than all the rest of you. So what I'm doing there, getting out of her way, letting her turn the way she wants to, that's a big deal for me on a horse like this. On another one that's same age, same everything, but is bred to be a futurity prospect and has all kinds of balance and all kinds of confidence, then this stuff's easy. But this is kind of a range bred mare. She's kind of barrel racing bred, and it's hard for her to do any of this. Consequently, it's scary for me. And if it looks like I'm just turning her back and forth, well, that's exactly what I'm doing. Sometimes that's what we need to do. And through this ride, I don't have any, I'm not turning her at a certain point, evidently, or necessarily. I am kind of turning her on that end of the arena just for the sake of the camera, that end of the round pen. But I don't necessarily have a whole bunch of method to my madness at this point. It's where I feel her lean, where I feel her where I feel her get stiff or hard, that's where I'm doing it. And like I said, to some extent, I'm doing it on that end so for the benefit of the camera. There we hit a stiff spot. Another way to look at this is I'm just kicking and pulling. It's all I'm doing, and find how to get away from that, little brown filly. Just find how to get me to not kick and pull. Because up until this point, I was just babysitting all the time. I was helping her every stride. There's a saying. One of these popular clinician guys says ride every stride, and that's a good thing. But I tend to micromanage, and I tend to babysit every stride. Rather than just riding every stride, I tend to make every stride exactly the way I want it. And so what I'm trying to do here is just expose myself, get a little out of control, and just make her take some responsibility for this. Make her take some control. There now, she's kind of thinking about stopping and being in control of her body, taking responsibility for things. What's going on here is she was starting to second guess. I was turning her at the same spot every time. So we're just going in here and doing small circle. Get her mind neutral. Get her off that leg a little bit. I recall now she was really, really, really stiff to the right. We spent a lot of time trying to soften that right-hand side of her. See here where I'm leaning towards the left, almost out of my saddle. There's one of the places where I'm talking about where I'm exposing myself. She could blow up and throw her a wall-eyed horse fit right here, and I'd kind of be at her mercy. With ones that are stiff and tough like that, I tend to want to sit towards the inside. But evidently I got what I was going for.